For number 12, we're asked to write this in factored form. So taking a look at our options here, method number 1, GCF, fails because 2, 11, and 21 have no common factors. Method 2 fails because you have to have two terms for method 2, and I see a trinomial for number 12 because it has 3 terms. So method 3 is the one we're using here. And between easy and grouping, we're going to be doing grouping because A, the number in front of the x squared, is not a 1 this time, it's a 2. So this is the x method where you make an x and you say what multiplies to the product of a times c, 2 times 21, which is negative 42, sorry, and then combines to the middle number here, negative 11. So if you're stuck, go ahead and make a factorialist of 42. 1 times 42, I couldn't combine that to get 11 negatives. 2 and 21 would fail. 3 and 14, well, there's our factor pair. 3 and 14 I could combine in order to get 11 negatives, so 3 times 14 has to be a negative 42, so one of the numbers has to be negative, and we need 11 negatives when you add them, so the 14 needs to be negative. So for grouping, you're going to be splitting up the middle term. First and last term stay the same. Middle term gets broken up. So it starts out 2x squared, and instead of negative 11x's, we're using our two factors here in any order, 3x's minus 14x's. So plus 3x's minus 14x's, because that would recombine to 11 negatives, and then minus 21. From here we underline our two groups and we factor by finding the greatest common factor. First group, no number divides 2 and 3, but they do share an x, so we're going to pull out an x, and then we say x times what gets us back to 2x squared? 2x, bring down the plus sign. X times what gets us back to 3x? Well, just a 3. The minus sign that separates the groups goes straight down. Next group, what is the common factor of 14 and 21? Well, I could pull out a 7. And then in parentheses, I should already know what should go there because the first parenthesis has to match the second. So if the first parenthesis was 2x plus 3, the second has to be 2x plus 3. So I'm just going to fill that in and check by distributing the negative 7. Negative 7 times 2x is negative 14x, and negative 7 times 3 is negative 21, so that checked out. So from here, we're ready to write our two factors. One of them is always the matching parenthesis. Doesn't matter which parenthesis you put it in, so I'm going to put the 2x plus 3 in the first parenthesis. And the second parenthesis is what you pulled out from each group, the x minus 7. So the x minus 7 makes the second factor. And remember, you could always check your factors by distributing and getting back to the trinomial.